In the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. A contagious and highly deadly strain of flu. So the point is that a respiratory spread pathogen would kill more than 30 million people in less than a year. And there is a reasonable probability of that taking place in the years ahead. I think an epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused, is the most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths. An epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused, is the most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths.
There is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. There will be a surprise outbreak.
China says the number of people infected by a mysterious respiratory virus has more than tripled over the weekend.
Fast-breaking developments in the coronavirus emergency in the U.S. and around the world.
Governor Gavin Newsom of California announced a statewide stay-at-home order. Remember, this affects some 40 million Americans.
Four other cases have been reported
They said,
outside
yeah, I'm fine. I got tested twice. Negative both times.
Now, Wuhan, just to give you a perspective, is the epicenter of the virus, from where this virus is emanating. Many countries in the world have been impacted because of the virus that emanated from Wuhan. This particular student in Kerala who has been diagnosed with coronavirus, which is the first confirmed case coming out of...
हिंदुस्तान को बचाने के लिए, हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक को बचाने के लिए, आपको बचाने के लिए, आपके परिवार को बचाने के लिए आज रात 12 बजे से घरों से बाहर निकलने पर पूरी तरह पाबंदी लगाई जा रही है.
Why do you keep using this? A lot
Because
of
it
people
comes
say
from
it's
China.
racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate. Yeah, please, John. Please.
Are you
I have great love for all of the people from our country, but as you know, China tried to say at one point, maybe they stopped now, that it was caused by American soldiers. That can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president. It comes from China.
Nope, not going to do it because, as we have heard him repeatedly, he thinks China is the reason that they have infected the entire world with this thing, and they simply were not forthcoming with.
Rates are rather misleading. It is clear, however, that the holy city of Qom is the epicenter of that outbreak.
We really don't have very good safety monitoring systems in many countries, and this adds to the miscommunication and the misapprehensions, because we're not able to give clear-cut answers when people ask questions about the deaths that have occurred due to a particular vaccine, and this always gets blown up in the media. One should be able to give a very factual account of what exactly has happened and what the cause of deaths are, but in most cases there's some obfuscation at that level.
The first accusation is it is the adjuvant.
They have a vaccine!
All right, we'll get the vaccine. But we're going to have this intermediate period of opening up, and it won't be normal until we get an amazing vaccine to the entire world. The vaccine is critical because until you have that, things aren't really going to be normal. They can open up to some degree, but the risk of a rebound will be there until we have very broad vaccination. And then the final solution, which is a year to 2 years off, is the vaccine. So we've got to go full speed ahead on all three fronts.
Just to head off the conspiracy theorists, maybe we shouldn't call the vaccine the final solution.
And then in order for your kids to be able to go back to school, they're going to have to get this coronavirus vaccine that they just all of a sudden came up with 6 years ago. 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 6 years ago.